first takes are fake. I didn't say that. Well, I just said it, but I'm not implying it myself. This guy's implying it, and we're gonna see why. 35-minute video, so I'm assuming this is gonna be very in depth. Let's go.
Tonight, I'm going to be exposing the most fraudulent channel I've ever seen on YouTube, and given the channels that we've looked at in the past, that is saying a lot.
That's a big claim. That's a big claim, bro. The most fraudulent music channel on YouTube, that's a big claim, because there's a lot of fraudulent stuff going on YouTube. Okay. So it's that bad, huh?
Hello, Phil here from Wings of Pegasus, and welcome to another analysis video. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. So, full disclosure here, I've already made an analysis video. Somebody requested that I took a look at a performance from a girl group on a channel called The First Take. And they wanted me to point out whether it was indeed
You guys already know the title of my video. The First Take videos are fake?
Whether it was The First Take, and I've done that analysis, and I'm going to keep that in this video at the end so you can watch that. But when I made my way through that analysis, I was pointing out, you know, pitch correction, potentially auto-tune, other parts of the performance that...
I have noticed that. In some videos, I hear clear pitch correction, but I don't say it because it's going to ruin the vibe of the reaction. But I have noticed some pitch correction, especially with some bigger artists. I'm not gonna say the artist because I don't want to get that on me. But I have noticed it. Okay, I just didn't say anything.
Didn't really stack up. There was another part where the girls weren't even singing, but you could hear their voices, so it absolutely wasn't fully live.
Lip sync, huh?
And that was the analysis. So I just want to jump into a section of my analysis video that I've done where the penny kind of dropped, where I thought I now know what they're doing in terms of sidestepping the live vocal or live instrumental issue by describing their channel in a very particular way. So have a listen to this. They could say The First Take, this YouTube channel, The First Take is a YouTube channel dedicated to shooting musicians and singers performing in a single take. Now it all starts to make sense. They've not mentioned in their description of the channel that they're singing live or they're playing live. They are shooting them, performing in a single take. As we know, in the music industry,
that's what they say.
Now, performing means moving. So at that point, that's why I thought they could get away with using pitch correction or auto-tune or using vocal takes that then weren't actually on the final vocal, because they haven't said that the artists or the singers are singing live. They're saying they're performing live. I did notice that the video had something like 68 million views or something like that. And I noticed that the channel had 10.1 million subscribers. So
I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. Like the idea of it, the concept of First Take is a really genius idea. I've said it time and time again. The idea itself is really profound. The execution of it is a bit questionable, but you know, just the idea of it, the core concept of a First Take, and just the clean production in general, the recording, everything being so clean and pristine and high end, it makes sense.
After I finished the video, I then started looking into things a little bit more.
I'm actually not against pitch correction.
And
it's just a necessary evil at this point. Like people do correcting on their performances. Sometimes when I was starting out, like posting drum covers on the internet, this is before I even like went back to YouTube, but sometimes like if my playing wasn't the cleanest, like I would move like one note in my playing just a little bit more to the left, a little bit more to the right, just so the playing sounds better. So I'm guilty of that. I'll be completely honest. I'm guilty of that. So I'd be a very big hypocrite if I had to say like, oh, you can't pitch correct. Like, it's just a necessary evil. People do it.
You won't believe, and I can't believe, what I watched as the channel's introduction video to tell you what the channel is all about.
Lip syncing. Vocal effects, visual effects, and excessive staging. That's the reality of music we enjoy today. But the real music can get lost in the noise, all filtered in some way, shape, or form. So we thought, How can we deliver unfiltered music in its rawest form?
Liars! I will say, though, I do like the vibe of First Takes. The vibe is very different from watching a music video or watching a live performance. The vibe is still different, even though it's like edited. It's pretty clear that it's like a lot of the videos are edited. I still like the vibe of it, if that makes sense. But yeah, they lied.
The first take.
The first take, more like the first cap?
いきます。
This is music content that captures artists giving one-shot performances.
Had to meet due to copyright? Oh yeah, I love it because of copyright. I mean, obviously, we all know Lisa can sing in real life. We all know. Whether it's pitch corrected or not, it's maybe not. But the fact of the matter is she can sing. Sometimes people literally be relying on autotune in order to sound good when they sing. That's when I start to have a problem with it. But obviously, we all know Lisa can sing. So, like, pitch correction here and there, like, who cares? Just don't lie about it. You know what I'm saying?
In a white studio. No
direction.
retakes, no matter what kind of accidents or mistakes may happen on stage.
Yeah, no retakes. We're just going to edit it.
And no faking.
Well, there's the lie. There's the lie. There's the lie. Yeah. No faking.
The passionate sweat and tears is all untouched and unedited.
Like, here's the thing, right? I've seen some people complain, and like in my first take reactions, like, oh, some of these videos are edited, and some people try to play devil's advocate and be like, oh, they say it's the first take. They never said it was a raw performance. Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
Creating a sense of intimacy that lets you be in the moment, together with the artists.
没入できる。
ライブとはまた違った歌の楽しさも
I mean, don't get me wrong. I still enjoy the hell out of first takes, but you know, yeah, they're edited, obviously.
ではこれほどのね舞台はないわけですよ。
はい。
Less filter, more music.
And there we have it. So, imagine my shock at seeing this effective trailer for the channel after I've just conducted an analysis video where I've seen that the vocals have been heavily manipulated. It sounded like we weren't actually hearing the take of the vocals because you could hear a voice really low in the mix that I think shouldn't have even been there, but somehow it slipped through. Also, I'd pointed out that you can hear their voices and they're not singing, they're not moving their mouths. So I've just pointed out all of that. And then I've seen this video. And this channel has 10.1 million subscribers.
I mean, there's a lot of fraudulent channels that have over 20 million subscribers, 10 million subscribers. It just be like that, man.
And this is why the music industry is absolutely wrecked. Because the younger generation are going to channels like this. And literally in the video, it says, no faking. But in my analysis...
Yeah, I can understand why people would find it upsetting. I definitely understand why people would find it upsetting. Why, finding out that things are edited. Like, when you get to my age, like, I talk like I'm old. I'm 25. I'm 26. But, you know, I feel like you kind of just know that things are like a lot of things are faked and polished for the camera. Like that's just how media works at this point. But yeah, for younger people who look up to these people like idols, yeah, I could see why they would be frustrated to it. I have a different perspective of it. I'm actually like, whenever I find out that my favorite artists, that my favorite like musicians who I look up to, I want to find out that even they can sound bad at times, when even they can make mistakes at times. I actually like that. I actually like that reveal because, you know, it makes me realize that the bar for reaching such a caliber as a musician isn't nearly as high as like people think they are. Because like even at the very top, people are still gonna mess up. People are still gonna sound bad at times. I actually find that really endearing. But you know,
as I've just pointed out,
that's my personal view.
Faking. They're not.
I like when I see people mess up as a musician or as a singer. I like that. It humanizes them, you know what I'm saying?
You can hear their voices. And again, those...
Oh no, that sounds definitely edited. It definitely sounds auto-tuned, bro. Like, just from that 2-second snippet we heard, that was pure, no.
Just backing vocals, they're not singing them. Yeah. Down. Just totally bypassing that part. So,
I mean, I didn't really hear anything about that, but the dude got the graphs in, so he's probably legit.
there's so much in this. When they say, you know, as well, that, no retakes, well, of course you don't need a retake if you're just editing the audio in the studio and just filming
Right.
the movements, because that's exactly what's going on here. So basically what's happening is they're recording the song, the audio, the vocal performance, and they might do multiple takes, and then pitch correcting, and some artists might be using auto-tune live, but they are using that processing in order to get the pitch of the vocals more accurate, and they are definitely editing. I think they said somewhere that there was no editing.
And no faking. The passionate sweat and tears is all untouched.
They basically did. They didn't specifically say no editing, but they heavily implied it, so they might as well have.
It's the passionate sweat and tears.
Like, the idea of that trailer was to market this as a very raw, unedited experience. So, yeah.
It are untouched.
They are lying, okay?
It literally...
Let's not even get into semantics, be like, oh, they didn't necessarily say there wouldn't be auto. No, they're lying, okay? That's just blatant fact.
Says that in this video, and this video, you can check it, is on their channel. So they've said there's no faking. That is a lie. There's no... it's untouched. That is a lie. That is absolutely a lie. And I'll show you with the very next video that it suggested, which was Avril Lavigne. I clicked on that, had a listen to it, and we'll get into that in a second.
And unedited.
There we go. And
they didn't put subtitles in there. They didn't put subtitles in there. They wanted to slip it in there. They wanted to slip it. It's like a prescription commercial. You guys ever seen the prescription commercials when they advertise a medicine, but then right at the last second they just freaking slip you in those side effects, like you may die from this medication. They just at the last second.
Absolutely it. There's saying that it's unedited is mental, because that covers so much. If you move somebody's vocal by 2 cents to get it closer to the note, you have edited that.
Yeah, that's editing, yeah.
If you've done anything to the live sound, you've edited it. So to say it's unedited is crazy. But I know exactly what they're doing. They're taking the audience for fools. They're taking everybody as an idiot.
And they'd be right, because a lot of people are stupid.
Because they think...
When you become an influencer and you start to see like hundreds of comments every single day, yeah, you start to see like the intellectual level just as a whole. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of smart comments. I love engaging with those comments, but a lot of them are just...
Well, we're going to do exactly...
I still love you guys, though.
Exactly what everyone else does, but we're going to say we don't do it.
People are stupid.
Who's going to know?
Case in point.
I'll tell you what, everybody who
And they'd be right.
watches my channel is going to know that you are doing exactly the same as every other channel out there, and all the other, channels that I have featured where they're using pitch correction or auto-tune or miming and all these different things. This is the same. But going back to my point of why the music industry is so wrecked in 2024, because the younger generation are going to this channel believing what they're being told, that somebody's vocal, and I'm just going to get rid of that, and let's...
I'll be real. Like, I know, like, from a corporate standpoint, it makes perfect sense why they would edit, why they would clean it up, just to make their artists look as good as possible. It makes perfect sense from a business standpoint, but from a personal standpoint, as a person who engages in music every single day, I would like it if it was an actual raw experience. And even some of my favorite artists, like, sometimes they would just not have a good day that day, and their performance on the first take would just sound not the best. I actually would like that. I would like that personally, but again, it makes perfect sense why corporate wise they would clean everything up.
Go back to that video that I said with Avril Lavigne.
Oh, Avril Lavigne, bro. Any Western artist, right? It's fake. Fake.
So this is
heavily edited.
Her performance, her first take of this particular song.
I think I also saw a video from Ricky Beto. I don't know if you guys know who Ricky Beto is, but he also said that even live performances, right? Even live performances, like, people have backing tracks, people have backup instruments playing, backup music playing, backup singing playing. Sometimes they would, you know, just play over it, just like act like they're performing, but they're really just lip syncing it.
I think it's
That's also a real thing. You guys seen the Katy Perry thing where she was pretending to play the flute, but she didn't time it right, so the flute was playing in the track, but she wasn't playing, and then she got upset.
complicated. We're about to listen to.
Chill out, what she yelling for? Lay back.
That is 100% auto tune, 1000% auto tune.
It's all been done before. And if you could only let it.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Extreme Pitch Correction. So here, calibrated.
That is
equal
extreme.
40, standard
Look at
pitch,
that.
Equal temperament.
Like a
Here,
staircase, dog.
Calibrated to equal 40, standard pitch, equal temperament. Here, calibrated. So this has been edited from a pitch perspective. This isn't Avril Lavigne's natural voice. This,
Bro, sometimes I'm not gonna lie, like, this is another reason why I don't really listen to too many Western artists nowadays. It's not a big reason why. I have many other reasons why I don't like listening to, but that's a discussion for another case. But another reason for them is, like, you take out the auto tune, take out all the editing, and you listen to them sing. They sound terrible.
has been heavily edited. Look at the
They
way
sound
the D4
terrible. They
here,
sound
exactly
trash.
on the line. Here, F4, exactly on the line. And let's just have a quick read of a few comments underneath this video. All of the people who've been taken for fools by this particular channel. First of all, she really sounds good after 20 years. No auto-tune. Clean and crisp as always. A real artist, and that real is in capital letters.
I wonder if that's why. I mean, Motoki did go to the first take when he did that thing with that performance with Niziu, but maybe that's the reason why some of these people, not just because like branding conflicts at all, but just because they know that the first take is fake. Maybe that's why.
Coming down.
And they don't want to affiliate themselves with the first take.
We have her voice has aged really nicely.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Everybody's voice changes as they age, but a lot of people who aren't lifelong musicians, and even some who are, get worse or lose the range and nuance they had when they were in their 20s. She seems to have gotten richer and more nuanced. She's got great texture and character to her delivery here that the original recording doesn't have. Respect for Avril went up 1,000.
People are stupid, bro. I'm telling you this. I've told you this before. I'll tell you probably in the future. People are stupid online.
Times her vocal
That will forever be a thing.
control is crazy good. So all of these people in the comment section are thinking they're hearing
It is good material for reaction.
this vocal
And I'm still gonna be reacting to first takes.
accuracy.
We're gonna be reacting to a first take right after this reaction. Even if you don't notice all the auto-tune, like, if you just think about it logistically for a second, like, how many first takes have we seen in this channel? We've reacted to like dozens and dozens, and every single one of them is good. Like, what are the chances of that?
With a vocalist who has never used it in all of her past releases or live performances. So,
What?
who has never used this channel, especially with a vocalist who has never used it in all of her past releases or live performances.
Never used it in any of her releases. So every single release she has put out, studio version, have been non-auto-tune. Really? I definitely need verification on that. That's a interesting claim.
So, again, even that just totally doesn't stack up.
You know.
Like, studio version, no auto-tune? Come on, dog. There's no way. There has to be at least a little bit. I feel like that trailer just ruined everything. They could definitely make the argument that, oh, we're just recording them for the first take. Like, we're obviously doing editing, but that trailer just ruined everything. The person behind that trailer definitely got fired. I feel like if you want a real organic performance from an artist, it has to be in their room. It has to be them either playing a piano or playing a guitar, and it has to be them using camera audio. If anything microphone-wise, don't trust it. It has to be camera recorded, acoustic playing in their bedroom. I feel like that's the only way you can get a real raw experience from an artist. Here's the thing, right? I don't really care. I don't really care because everyone edits, everyone like touches up some things artificially in order to make themselves look better. It just makes sense. But just don't lie about it. You know what I'm saying? Just don't lie about it. Like, if they never lied about it, I don't know if the views would be as high because they can't market it as a raw experience. They can't market it like that. But I feel like most people wouldn't care.